Hello everyone, it's Michelle, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make your raft shark proof, so that way the shark Bruce doesn't come along and eat at your boat. So the first thing that I'm going to show you real quick is getting some metal, and then I'm going to show you how to reinforce the floors so that way the shark does not come along and destroy what you have on your raft. In order for you to actually get your raft shark proof, you need to have a couple of things before you actually begin this process. So when you pull up to small islands or even bigger islands like this right here, go ahead and put an anchor down, whether it's a big one like this or if it's the small buckets that you drop off on the side. And what you want to do is, after you've killed the shark in the ocean, which I have already done, you want to go ahead and you want to look around for two things in particular. You want to look around for metal, and you also want to look around for scrap. So I'm going to quickly survey the area, and I'm going to be looking out for as much scrap and as much metal as possible. Now, the one thing that you want to be very aware of is that you're not just going to go to one small island like this. You're going to actually hit up many, depending on how big your raft is. My raft that I currently have right now is quite large, so you're going to have to go around to a few of these small islands, and you're going to have to harvest as much metal and as much scrap as possible. So to give you guys an idea, this is metal right here. This right here is copper. So I'm going to go up to the metal, the more gray looking rock, and you need to have a little hook equipped, and you're going to have metal ore that you collect when you hit it with a hook. The other thing that you're going to look for when you go up to these small islands is little pipes on the ground like this. And this is going to give you scrap. You need as much scrap and as much metal as possible in order for you to reinforce your floors to make it shark proof. So I'm going to go around the island, and I'm going to collect as much of this scrap and as much metal as possible. Sometimes when you go around these small islands, depending on which kind you hit, you won't get that much metal and you won't get that much scrap. And if that happens to you, you're just going to have to keep looking for another island. So you're going to have to keep searching out at the open sea. When you do this process, it takes a while to actually find a lot of metal. Once you've collected up a lot of metal and a lot of scrap, what you want to do is you want to take your metal ore and go up to one of these smithies right here. And you want to place the metal ore in the top, just like so. And you want to make sure that each smithy is loaded with a lot of wood. And this is going to take a moment, and this is going to smelt down into iron ingots. Now, I recommend that if you are making a large raft and you want to build big, that you have multiple smithies. So I have two over here and two over here. So that way I can smelt down as much metal as I want. I can smelt it down very, very quickly. Now with the scrap, one thing that you need to do is you need to go into your inventory, so press I, go over to the bolt like this, and go over to nails. You are going to need a lot of nails to reinforce your raft. So that's why I said collect not only scrap, but metal as well. And you're going to need way more than 6. So my metal has smelted down, so you can go up to it now and it'll turn flat like this. You go up and pick it up. Metal will be one of the rarest resources that you get when you are starting off, along with wood. Now, as you guys can see, my floors might look a little bit differently than yours. And that's because my floor is actually already reinforced with the shark proof, so that a way Bruce can't come along and chew on my raft. So I'm going to show you what you probably have right now. When you have a mallet equipped like this, this is for building. And if, in case you're not aware of this, when you go into your tools right here, one of the first things that you can craft is a building hammer. And this allows you to actually make your raft bigger. So building hammer requires 4 planks of wood and 2 rope. And after you craft that, you'll be able to make your boat a little bit bigger. You hold right mouse button down to actually do different things for your raft. So if you want to make a floor like this that's raised, you can do many different things. But to show you to make your floor shark proof, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put down floors that you probably have, which are floors like this. And there we go. If you look, the shark is going to come along and it's going to nibble on the part that is not reinforced with metal. So you have to go up to the shark and you have to constantly hit it with your actual spear, and that's going to cause you a great pain in the butt, especially if you have something placed on that plank right there that's very, very valuable. So in order to make it so that he will not attack your raft any longer, what you need to do is have metal in your inventory. I've gone ahead and I actually harvested quite a bit of metal and I smelted it down, and I've also harvested a bit of scrap that I converted into nails. What you must do now is pull out your hammer, hold right mouse button down, go over to the top section here, and you're going to scroll all the way to the right, and it says Foundation Armor. Click that. And you're going to notice that it doesn't actually create a new section. What it does though, if you hover over an existing part to your raft, it shows a little area around the edge. And if you hold that down, you can see that it's taking resources from my metal and from my actual nails. It takes 1 metal ingot and 2 nails to reinforce 1 plank. And to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, I'm going to leave this 1 plank right here not reinforced, and I'll show you that Bruce the shark will come along and eat this part of the raft. Once you have reinforced your floors with this metal foundation, the shark will no longer come along and eat your raft, and this is the easiest and best way to shark proof your raft. It does require a bit of time, and it does require a lot of resources, so you need to be prepared to make sure you stop at every small island that you possibly can. So every time you see a small island, if you have the resources to stop and put down an anchor, and if you have a spear ready to kill the shark in the water so it doesn't attack you, I would definitely stop and make sure that you grab those resources. Now the shark's going to come up and attack the raft because this part again is not reinforced, so you would have to hit it with your spear. And remember, once you've repaired it, so again, if you're trying to repair your raft, you go down to the bottom with the little plus sign, make sure you have wood on you to actually repair. And you'll notice that it goes up in health. Once you've repaired it all the way, if you have the resources, go ahead and put foundation armor on that as well. Alright everyone, and that is how you shark proof your raft. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time.